Imagine a fortune so vast it could fuel an empire for a year. A treasure beyond human reckoning, not locked away in a vault, but entrusted to the treacherous embrace of the open sea. For centuries, whispers of such a legend have haunted the depths, tales of gold, silver, and emeralds vanishing beneath the waves, carrying with them a nation's very lifeblood. This is the story of the San José, the holy grail of shipwrecks, a Spanish galleon whose final voyage bore a cargo so immense it dwarfed Spain's entire annual GDP, forever changing the course of history and becoming the subject of an enduring global mystery. Prepare to journey into a world of imperial ambition, naval warfare, and the unforgiving power of the ocean. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Spain was a colossus, its empire stretching across continents, fueled by an insatiable hunger for the riches of the Americas. From the legendary mountain of silver at Potosi, Bolivia, to the gold veins of Colombia and Peru, an unprecedented flow of wealth poured across the Atlantic. Indigenous labor and later, enslaved Africans toiled under brutal conditions to extract these precious metals, turning distant lands into the economic engine of a global superpower. Spain's might, its armies, and its royal court depended entirely on this silver and gold, transforming the old world with new world treasure. This colossal wealth wasn't merely opulent adornment. It was the lifeblood of the Spanish Empire. It paid for the endless wars raging across Europe, funded the lavish courts of the Habsburg and Bourbon monarchs, and maintained Spain's formidable military. To transport this treasure, vast fleets of galleons, heavily armed and laden with riches, embarked on an annual, perilous journey across the Atlantic. These treasure fleets were the economic arteries of an empire, a direct link between colonial extraction and European power. Their safe arrival was not just desired. It was absolutely essential for Spain's continued dominance. But by the early 18th century, Spain's empire, though still vast, was under immense pressure. Europe was embroiled in the War of the Spanish Succession, a brutal conflict that pitted the Bourbons of France and Spain against a formidable alliance led by Britain, the Netherlands, and Austria. Control of the Spanish throne, and crucially, access to its New World riches, hung in the balance. The British Navy, ascendant and aggressive, actively sought to intercept Spanish treasure fleets, understanding that cutting off this financial lifeline could cripple Spain and force its surrender. The stakes could not have been higher. At the heart of this unfolding drama stood the San José, a magnificent 64-gun galleon, serving as the flagship of the 1708 treasure fleet. She was not just any ship. She was a floating vault, carrying the accumulated wealth of years from the viceroyalties. Her hold was crammed with an estimated 11 million gold and silver coins, untold tons of raw silver, and crates brimming with precious emeralds. Historians and economists estimate this cargo was worth more than Spain's entire annual gross domestic product at the time. This was a king's ransom, a national fortune, packed into a single vessel, poised for a desperate journey. The treasure fleet had gathered in the bustling, fortified port of Cartagena de Indias, modern-day Colombia, a crucial strategic hub for Spain in the Caribbean. For months, the San José and her sister ships were meticulously loaded under the watchful eyes of Spanish officials and soldiers. Every chest, every sack of coins, every cask of silver ingots was accounted for, its weight pressing the galleon deeper into the water. The air was thick with the scent of salt, tar, and anticipation. The fleet's mission was clear: escape the British blockade and deliver the vital cargo to Spain, a task made even more dangerous by lurking enemies. On June 8, 1708, as dusk began to fall, the Spanish fleet finally set sail from Cartagena, hoping the fading light would provide cover. But their departure had been observed. As the San José and her escorts navigated the treacherous waters off Peru, a chilling sight emerged on the horizon: the sails of a British squadron, led by the formidable HMS Expedition. The element of surprise was gone. The treasure fleet, carrying the hopes and wealth of an empire, was caught. A desperate struggle for survival, and for Spain's future, was about to begin in the fading Caribbean light. The calm of the evening shattered with the roar of cannons. The San José, though a powerful vessel, found herself engaged in a brutal broadside battle with the British flagship HMS Expedition. Smoke billowed across the water, obscuring vision, as wood splintered and cannonballs ripped through hulls. The air was thick with gunpowder, the screams of men, and the incessant thunder of naval artillery. For over an hour, the flagship of the treasure fleet fought valiantly, its crew knowing that the fate of Spain rested heavily on their shoulders. It was a desperate, chaotic dance of destruction in the twilight. Then, in a catastrophic moment that would forever seal its legend, tragedy struck. Around 7:30 p.m., an immense explosion ripped through the San José's stern, likely igniting its gunpowder magazine. The Galleon, already battered, broke apart swiftly. Within minutes, the flagship, its invaluable cargo, and nearly all of its 600-person crew, including the vice admiral, were swallowed by the unforgiving depths of the Caribbean. The mighty San José simply vanished, leaving behind only debris, a few struggling survivors, and an empire's fortune lost to the silent, cold embrace of the ocean floor. The wealth of Spain gone in an instant. News of the San José's demise was a devastating blow to Spain. Not only had a flagship and hundreds of its sailors been lost, but a fortune crucial for the empire's survival had vanished. The War of the Spanish Succession dragged on, its outcome further complicated by this immense financial setback. The wreck of the San José quickly transcended its historical reality, transforming into a haunting legend. A ghost ship carrying untold riches, forever resting somewhere in the dark, mysterious waters off Colombia. It became the ultimate prize, the holy grail of shipwrecks, captivating the imagination of treasure hunters and historians for centuries. For over 300 years, the San José remained lost, its location a secret kept by the ocean. Countless expeditions searched, fueled by the allure of its fabled wealth, but the deep sea guarded its secrets well. Then, in 2015, a dramatic announcement. The Colombian government had found a legendary galleon. Located at an astounding depth, the wreck was pristine, a true time capsule of an 18th century imperial tragedy. But with its discovery came immediate, complex legal battles over ownership. Spain claimed it as a state vessel, Colombia as cultural heritage, and private salvors argued for their rights. The fight for the San José's treasure had only just begun. The tale of the San José is more than just a story of a lost ship and its incredible treasure. It's a poignant chapter in the grand narrative of human ambition, imperial might, and the enduring, humbling power of the natural world. It reminds us of the true cost of empire, built on both unimaginable wealth and tragic loss. As the arguments over its final fate continue, the San José remains a silent sentinel of history. Its legendary cargo, still resting deep below, a testament to a bygone era when a single shipwreck could carry the very essence of a nation, forever etched into the annals of the sea's greatest mysteries.